Hey folks, Freeman here. I actually just wanted to do a video about my thoughts of the atheist named Christopher Hitchens. Of course, a lot of you would know who he is. He was an atheist, and I just wanted to let you all know that there are some things that I agree with him, and some things I disagree and dislike about him. Okay, I'm gonna start with the things that I agree with him. I do agree with him in supporting the decriminalization and legalization of cannabis, which I support. I also agree that people should respect one another, and he is anti-war and I'm anti-war. Basically, he would agree with me on that. And also, I think that here's another thing that I agree with him on. I never supported George W. Bush or his father. I do not support current President Barack Obama. I do not support John McCain, which is pretty interesting because he would probably smile at that. And I also agree with Christopher Hitchens that waterboarding is a stupid thing. There's no need for it. And he would smile about that. And I also agree with him that the government's spying program on citizens is stupid, and I agree with him on that. And I actually think that he actually did not he disagreed with the whole Iraq war and the war on terror, and he criticized it, and I've criticized it as well, and I don't like it because war is stupid. There's no need for it. And I actually think that Christopher Hitchens would find me pretty interesting. Okay, and here is what I disagree with him on this. I don't know why he would support Vladimir Lenin, who was in charge of the communist event known as the Red Terror, which oppressed and killed the peasants, industrial workers. Oh, hang on a sec, this is my cat. And I don't know why he would support a psychopath like Vladimir Lenin, who led the mass oppression and tyranny and mass murder of the Russian populace. That I disagree with him on that. And here's another thing that I disagree with him on. He calls Christianity, Judaism, and Islam evil. But and he actually calls he calls those three religions evil and all that, when atheists don't really believe in evil or good. And I don't like him. Do not support him, like, insulting people because of their religious beliefs, because that's basically a hate crime. And just to let you all know, even though I'm a Christian, I do not hate Christopher Hitchens. And you know, I actually think he would probably find me a good person, like, because I do not support killing people, which is stupid. I do not support oppressing people. I do not support communism, socialism, or fascism. I'm against that, because those three things are very tyrannical and oppressive. And, you know, Christopher Hitchens actually says that religion deals like with blood, like are guilty of bloodshed. Well, the fact is that actions by atheists, like the communist event known as the Red Terror, that makes those atheists guilty of bloodshed. So basically, just to let you atheists know that if you think that atheism is not guilty of bloodshed, then I'm afraid you gotta take a look at the communist event of the Red Terror, because that event was horribly committed by atheists during that event. Sorry, atheists, but atheism is also guilty of bloodshed as well. And you know, Christopher Hitchens called McCain senile, which is a very hateful word. He's also called Sarah Palin absurd and calling her a pathological liar and a national disgrace, which I don't really want to bother getting into that, because calling someone who actually supports the Constitution and all that as a national disgrace is basically saying fuck the Constitution, fuck the Bill of Rights, fuck human rights and civil liberties and all that. That's basically what it is. He also basically is against the nation of Israel. And you know, oh, I forgot one thing that I think that Christopher Hitchens would like about me. I'm against racism, and so is he, which is good. And you know, he has said that one must not insult, degrade, or humiliate people, which he has done, basically calling Christians retarded and stupid and all that. And you know, I actually think that, oh, and I just wanted to let you know, another thing that I actually agree with Christopher Hitchens is the abolishing of the British monarchy, because basically the British monarchy is a totalitarian dictatorship. I do not agree with Henry Kissinger, because Henry Kissinger is actually a supporter of the New World Order. He's called for it too, and the mass extermination of 90% of the human population. And just to let you know, folks, I'm not talking about Christopher Hitchens. I'm talking about Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger is the one who is advocating the extermination of 90% of humanity, because Henry Kissinger is batshit crazy. And what's interesting is that Christopher Hitchens is also a pretty interesting, like, because he actually likes the George Orwell books, which I like the George Orwell books as well. And he actually, Christopher Hitchens called, like, religion the axis of evil. Basically, he's saying, like, all religious people are evil bigots, which is not true. Because I've seen atheists do horrible things as well. And some small teeny percentage of atheists are actually advocating and promoting the mass murder of all religious people, which is psychopathic. And the other atheists find those other atheists that are promoting and advocating the mass murder of religious people as stupid psychopaths, which is, I agree, because anyone who advocates genocide and promoting it is an act of psychopathy. And sadly, there are some Christians, or should I say false Christians, which are antichrist, by the way, advocating the mass extermination of those who are not Christians, and which is a total disgrace to Christianity, because Christianity is about kindness, love, and compassion towards one another. And like, I'm a Christian, and I just want to let you all know that I'm against racism, I'm against war, I'm against abortion due to it exterminating future generations of humanity. And there's no need for abortion because there are families out there who cannot produce children, and the children that